The single dad checked his phone for the 5th time in 10 minutes, staring at the empty chair across the small restaurant table as the second stretched into something painfully heavy. The candle between the 2 plates flickered quietly, almost mocking the hope he had carried into the evening. Every time the door opened, his heart lifted for a brief moment, then dropped again when it wasn't her. Around him, couples laughed, glasses clinked, and conversations flowed easily, but at his table there was only silence, and the slow realization that he had been stood up. Before we continue this emotional story, take a moment to support the channel. If you believe that kindness, second chances, and unexpected miracles can change someone's life, please like this video, comment where you're watching from, share it with someone who loves heartfelt stories, and subscribe to Kindness Stories so you never miss a powerful story like this one. Daniel Carter had not been on a date in nearly 4 years. Life had not given him the luxury of romance or long evenings at restaurants. His days began before sunrise and often ended long after his young daughter had fallen asleep. Being a single father meant every decision revolved around one small, bright light in his life, his 6-year-old daughter, Lily. She was the reason he woke up every morning, the reason he kept pushing through exhaustion, and the reason he had slowly rebuilt a life that had once fallen apart. The truth was, Daniel never imagined he would be raising Lily alone. 5 years earlier, his wife had passed away unexpectedly after a sudden illness that moved faster than anyone could understand. In the span of a few months, Daniel had gone from being a husband planning family vacations to a widowed father trying to explain loss to a toddler who only asked why mommy wasn't coming home. Those early years had been the hardest of his life. There were nights when he sat on the kitchen floor after Lily fell asleep, overwhelmed by bills, responsibilities, and the crushing fear that he might not be enough for her. To keep their small apartment and provide a stable life, Daniel took whatever work he could find. He cleaned office buildings at night, delivered groceries in the afternoons, and sometimes worked weekends fixing broken appliances for neighbors who couldn't afford professional repairs. It wasn't glamorous, but it kept food on the table and Lily in school. Over time, Daniel built a quiet reputation in the community as someone who worked hard, never complained, and always showed up when someone needed help. Still, life had a way of reminding him that he was often standing just outside the world that others lived comfortably in. When parents at Lily's school talked about vacations, new cars, or promotions, Daniel usually stayed quiet. His victories were smaller but deeply meaningful. Like paying rent on time, fixing Lily's broken bicycle himself, or managing to save enough money to buy her a birthday cake decorated with her favorite cartoon character. The idea of dating again had never truly crossed his mind until a coworker encouraged him to try a simple online dating app. At first Daniel resisted. The thought of explaining his complicated life to a stranger felt exhausting. But after months of persuasion and a gentle reminder that he deserved happiness too, he finally agreed to try. That was how he met Sarah. Their conversations online had been easy and surprisingly warm. Sarah seemed kind, understanding, and curious about Daniel's life as a father. She never made him feel embarrassed about his modest job or tight schedule. Instead, she often said she admired the dedication he had toward Lily. After several weeks of messaging, Sarah suggested they finally meet for dinner. Daniel had spent nearly 2 hours getting ready for the date. He ironed the only good shirt he owned, trimmed his beard carefully, and even borrowed a neighbor's car so he wouldn't arrive on his old bicycle. Lily had